Black and White Network fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about Joe Biden's Disinformation Governance Board. We talked about this in the past. The Democrats are terrified. They hate that you have free speech, and they really want to regulate what you hear. Now, guys, the government has no power to do this. What they're actually doing with this government disinformation board is completely illegal. But however, the left, they have been going further and further left. They want to control the narrative. If you are on the right of Bernie Sanders, then you are an enemy of the state. I've been very, very clear about that. And Democrats, they'll attack themselves. There's a lot of Democrats that don't even like Joe Manchin because he is not a Bernie Sanders type of Democrat. Well, guys, the Disinformation Governance Board was created 3 weeks ago. And now, guys, in a matter of 3 weeks, it has vanished. It has been Thanos snapped right now and has been disbanded, at least for now. Over here on the post-millennial, breaking, Biden admin to pause Disinformation Governance Board after backlash. Yep, because the government has no power. They don't have the right to tell you what is true and what is not true. They're trying to censor information from getting to you. As long as it fits the left's narrative, they're perfectly okay with putting that out there. But an opposing view, they want to call it disinformation. I said it before in previous videos, folks, that the term disinformation, misinformation, it didn't even exist 5 years ago. This is something created by the left to put down anybody that disagrees with their socialist stance. Let's read a little bit of this here, guys. Following concerns being raised in regards to the Department of Homeland Security's Disinformation Governance Board launched 3 weeks ago, the department is reportedly putting this project on a, quote, pause. Now, this is definitely not the job of the Department of Homeland Security. They should not be trying to limit the speech that you get, the speech that you actually want to put out there. This is something they do in communist countries. According to the Washington Post, multiple employees working within the DHS said that the program is being paused just 3 weeks after its announcement. On Monday, those with knowledge of the situation said that DHS decided to shut down the board. The following morning, Nina Jackowicz had drafted a resignation letter in response. So she is going to be out. Maybe not officially yet, but it looks like she is on the way out the door. The Washington Post reported, quote, but Tuesday night, Jackowicz was pulled into an urgent call with DHS officials who gave her the choice to stay on, even as the department's work was put on hold because of the backlash it faced, according to multiple people with knowledge of the call. Groups working on misdish and malinformation within the DHS have reportedly been suspended, with the board potentially facing cancellation pending a review from the Homeland Security Advisory Council. Jackowicz is reportedly evaluating her position within the DHS. Now, this is the same woman that called the Hunter Biden emails laptop situation, called it Russian disinformation. It was all true. You cannot trust this board. Folks, I said it before, when government gets this much power, they don't want to give it back. But it looks like we actually may have a win on this one. I hope anyway. We'll have to see. With the Biden administration, man, going so far left, going so far into being a socialist, I wouldn't be surprised if another incarnation actually came about. But this government's board was going to be dangerous. It was absolutely going to be dangerous. This is very, very un-American, folks. If you want to say something, you should be able to say it. It is your constitutional right to free speech, and the government is not supposed to cross that line. They shouldn't be censoring what you hear. I mean, the government, who trusts the government to actually tell the truth, especially this administration? I know that I don't. Joe Biden has been in politics for about 50 years. And he has lied time and time and time and time again. He's probably the most dishonest politicians in the modern history of this country. I mean, he has told a bunch of whoppers out there, and now his government wants to tell you, oh, you can't listen to this. You can't listen to that. Listen to our narrative. Yeah, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. This thing should have never been created. The Department of Homeland Security is supposed to be actually keeping us safe from real threats. The Department of Homeland Security, guys, is actually supposed to be down there securing our southern border. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to enforce the law. And I got a major problem with that. Now Joe Biden wants to control the narrative. Don't like that whatsoever. Joe Biden is not an emperor. He's not a dictator. And he really shouldn't even be in the Oval Office right now for a whole bunch of reasons. This man absolutely should be impeached. He should. He's dishonest. He's divisive. I mean, the government, instead of actually worrying about what you're allowed to hear, why doesn't he do something about these out of control gas prices? I did a video yesterday where gas prices could potentially reach $10 a gallon because of supply shortages. And we already know about these supply chain issues. We know about the inflation that's at a 40-year high. But they're worried about what you hear. You have a constitutional right, folks. Regardless of what Joe Biden and his socialists say, you have a constitutional right to free speech. Remember that, folks. Remember that when you actually go and cast your votes in the primaries, the midterms. Remember that this man wanted to take away your right to free speech. Think about that. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.